Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL segment, I'm going to be talking about Peyton Manning breaking the all-time career passing yards mark in the NFL. Now, Peyton Manning has gotten certain criticism and certain derisive statements have been made about him, mainly because of lack of success in the postseason. But at the same time, one must acknowledge an argument can be made that he is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. I'm not saying he is, but I think an argument still could be made for this, because you have to consider he has the all-time passing yards mark now, and he also has the NFL record for career touchdown passes thrown. And you look at all this, and you look at his longevity and the fact that he's been very durable. He very rarely misses games. He is somebody that is really, in not just as far as his play at quarterback, it's the fact that he stays out of off-the-field controversies and scandals. And he sets a very good example for other people out there. And the fact you have to consider, too, is that he's had a lot of success in an era where really, where it's very strongly you could say, the social media era. I mean, he started his playing career in 1998. The internet, I think, came out around 94 or 95, somewhere around there. I know Twitter didn't come around till later on in that period, but still, in an era when you're under a lot of scrutiny and you have all this information online and you have to deal with negativity, and there's more pressure, I believe, now to, as far as somebody of celebrity status, as opposed to the period prior to the internet and social media era. So you have to factor that into consideration. And you don't really hear him getting into it with other people or being involved in locker room dissension or anything like that. Opprobrious language is something you don't really hear about him saying. He seems like, to me, that he's really the prototypical athlete. And I think for those reasons we have to consider that this achievement of him is not, it's just so astounding. And also look at the character of the person that is connected with this achievement. And Peyton Manning and the Broncos are eyeing a divisional title this season. He's been on a number of teams that have divisional titles. He's been in 3 Super Bowls. I understand the Super Bowl record that he has as a starting quarterback is 1-2, but he has been in 3 of them. People have to remember that just to even get into the NFL is an astounding achievement alone, and the fact that he's been so consistently good over the years. And I know it might be predominantly during the regular season. However, it's still, when you look at something like this, it has to be something to look at in awe and be awestruck by, because these numbers, you have to be healthy to be able to put up these numbers and be in the NFL for a certain time period, and to be able to do this so consistently year in and year out, and being in his late 30s, and to be able to still play at a certain level. I understand this season his numbers have diminished somewhat, and I believe he has more interceptions than touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken. But you have to understand, when you hit a certain point in your career, your numbers are going to deteriorate almost all the time, regardless whether you're Peyton Manning, whether you're an upper echelon quarterback or you're a mediocre quarterback or a subpar QB. Now that just being a human being, and those things are going to happen in most cases with age. So you have to factor that into consideration. Peyton Manning, there's really not enough superlatives to say about him. I think this record is very remarkable, to say the least. I believe that it's over 71,000 passing yards. I mean, imagine, I don't know these numbers, but how many games he's thrown for 300 or more, and 400 or more yards. What he's done in his career in this passing yards mark it's something, for me, it's so phenomenal. It's really just what he's been able to accomplish. and to be in a position now, even at his age, to lead the Broncos to very likely another AFC West title. Peyton Manning is a proven winner in my mind, and you don't, just because he has like I think 11 and 13 postseason record, I don't think that should be held that strongly against him. Yes, we do have to acknowledge that as factual information, and that is one negative on him. If there's any blemish, that is certainly his lack of maybe success in the postseason. But to still be able to get to 3 Super Bowls, to be in 24 postseason games, it's still something that you have to take note of. And when I look at Peyton Manning, he's just somebody that you look at in terms of the quality of the player on the field and the quality of the person off the field is something that really has to be held in high regard, and he is that archetypical, or really like it, really at least, if not an American archetype, very close to it, to be able to do what he does as far as his success on the field and how he carries himself off the field. And again, congratulations to Peyton Manning on breaking the all-time career NFL passing yards mark. And until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.